Hey y'all, it's me, Shalonda Lachelle. Thank you for tuning in. I know it has been quite some time since I posted my last video. So I actually believe I posted the last video when I was getting ready to start my Taxol regimen after completing 4 rounds of AC, which is adriamycin. And I am very happy to say tonight that I am doing this video the night before I go for my last Taxol treatment. So my husband and I will be going to Chicago tomorrow to do this last round of chemo. It has been 8 sessions tomorrow. I had 4 adriamycin and then I'll have 4 Taxol. And tomorrow will be my last one. So I'm very excited about that. It has been a journey. And for those of you who are just tuning in, I have decided to vlog my breast cancer journey to share my experience with people like me, or people who have just known friends and family to have went through breast cancer and that may have some questions. And actually also just because I needed therapy, period. Getting the news that you have breast cancer is just not what anybody would want to hear or experience. And so when I did that, I kind of shut down, didn't tell anyone for a while besides my husband. And then gradually I told my parents and then his parents. And so after the fact, it just kind of was just like, you really don't know how many people is going through this particular thing until you actually start talking about it, and you don't get the support that you need until you actually start talking about it. Because when you start talking about it, you are opening yourself up to share your experience with others, and then whatever is going on in your brain, you're allowing it to come out instead of keeping it all built in. And so I found for me that sharing this information had become very therapeutic. And so with that being said, yes, this is my 4th Taxol coming up, and I will say that fortunately Taxol is nothing like AC. It was completely different. Hence I haven't had a lot of time to do videos because I've actually gotten my energy back, gotten my mobility back. I hadn't been sleeping a whole lot, so the fatigue is pretty much non-existent. So I was able to do a lot of stuff. I still kind of took it easy just because I didn't know if like maybe it's going to hit me on the 2nd dose or probably the 3rd dose. So I kind of like still kept my same routine, where the weeks that I had chemo I didn't really do too much. I just kind of laid low, took it easy, but I was able to do more stuff around the house, which is how I realized like, oh dang, it's really not this bad, you know. And so my hands have cleared up quite a bit. They were very dark, so they're like almost back to normal, so I'm so excited about that. I think the harshest definitely was the adriamycin. Let's talk about my hair. So cold capping, would I do cold capping again if I needed to do chemo? Lord forbid I need to do chemo again. Let's just say that. Please pray for me on that. Would I do cold capping again? Probably not. And I'll tell you why. So the chemo, sorry, let me fix this wig a little bit. Okay. So the chemo is, it strips like all of your hair, right? Like all of your hair. And so legs, arms, everything is gone. The hair, having a cold cap on allowed me to keep my hair, but very spotty, right? Very, very thin. So for those of you who know me, know that my hair has always been very thick. So having very thin hair, like super, super thin in some spots, and then like experiencing some baldness in some spots, not all over, but just as thin, it's so spotty that I couldn't wear it anyway, even after. And so that didn't happen until probably maybe the last dose of Taxol, the last dose of AC. I realized that it's just like, okay, you can't wear your hair, so you know, now I would like for it all to be even, so because what's the point, right? Just be looking crazy. So wearing my hair is not an option. So what I did was came to terms that, hey, yeah, it's gonna all have to come back evenly anyway. So I just kind of snipped it really, really, really low, and then I'm just going to nurture it naturally, like I have done before, and just bring it back and just within motion and just let it roll like that. So I am working on a book that will probably be out first quarter, which will be early spring, so late March. My book will be out, and I will talk heavily about the cold capping for Black girls. I think it's a big difference because there's some instructions that you get, right? Like you can't do anything to your hair the week of chemo, so many days, and then after so many days you can't do anything to it, and then you have to get the chemo out, rinse, black, wash your hair type thing. I think there could be some tweaking, but I would definitely share my experience so that others who have went through it, and if you have questions, you got questions, you don't want to wait for the book, I'm okay. Text me if you have my information. Text me, email me, call me, or respond in the comments, and I'll definitely respond to you. I just think that I probably would have been better off, to be honest. I probably would have been better off cutting my hair very, very low and then cold capping instead of cold capping with such thick hair. Just my thoughts. But again, that's just me. So we'll see. So let's see what else has been going on since all of the videos. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so we are going to the end of the month. I think tomorrow's the 27th. I was able to roll out my nonprofit organization, and please visit our website at www.lemonsandpink.org. I talk a lot about my journey. My videos are listed as well. If you know anyone who is going through breast cancer, friends, family, or the actual person, please encourage them to drop by my website and kind of take a look at my story. We'll be having some updates going on after Breast Cancer Awareness Month is over with. Just rolling into the holidays, so make sure that you share my information. Leave me a note, send me an email if anyone have any questions or needs a buddy going through this particular situation. I am definitely available. Lemons in Pink is a nonprofit organization, and it is about mentorship, mentoring and helping people in the community, particularly women in the community that is experiencing or going through this type of ordeal or type of cancer. So any way that we can help is what we are about. How did I find time to start an organization while going through chemo? It keeps me sane. Again, I don't like going through things and not having a lot of research or having a lot of people that I can relate to that has went through the same situation. And so I'm okay with sharing my journey. I'm okay with being transparent. I'm okay with all of it, just because you got to start somewhere, right? So you got a blank canvas. Let's get to work. So that's the type of person that I am. So that's why I decided to share my information and share so much of my information. Let's see. What else? Let's see. I have been also, I talked about my book, Cold Capping, the nonprofit organization, and after chemo, my body will be taking a break, right? So we will be determining if surgery is needed. A lot of people have been asking me what my next steps are, and I'm not sure just yet. So I'll go back and do scans after, I believe after Thanksgiving, to just see like, hey, okay, so what everything looks like and what do we need to do next, and then we'll probably decide what my next step is going to be. So, but for right now, I am just excited about the fact that I am celebrating this last chemotherapy tomorrow. I want to make sure that I thank everybody, all of my friends and my family, extended friends and family that have reached out to me and just people, thank you. Your prayers have definitely been heard. My family and I couldn't do this without the amount of prayers we've received, and people extending to us, reaching out to us. It's been, sometimes it gets to be a little bit overwhelming, and then sometimes it's just like this, it makes you feel good. It gets to be a little bit overwhelming just because, you kind of get a little nervous. So I get a little nervous sometimes, but it's been a good ride, just to know that I've had so many people reaching out to me and praying for me and checking in on me. Also, we put together the first family and friends event for Lemons in Pink. We did that this month since it was Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Thank you to everybody that came out. It was cold, sorry. So that was the first annual one. We had a lot of friends and family come, and I appreciate you all for showing up, even in the cold. So much for the relay games, but it was good. Let's see. We will do it every year. So next year will only be bigger and better. And it was good. It was a good time. And I don't know. Oh, I want to thank my husband's aunt, and I have to say my husband's aunt because her name is Willa Mae. I also have an aunt, Willa Mae, who has passed. So I want to thank my aunt Willa Mae for making me quite a few breast cancer awareness pins. So I'll be sharing it with my friends and family, and thank you so much. That was very thoughtful of you, and thank you for my Bible verses book as well. And definitely thanks to my aunt Melba, who has been really checking in on me, and my aunt Lisa, my aunt Vernette, my aunt Michelle. Thank you all for reaching out, checking in on me, offering your homes if Keely and I decide that we don't want to drive back from Chicago. That's more than we could ever need. I'm just very grateful that we have been blessed to be able to continue to take this journey and drive to Chicago. So that's always a good thing. And I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else to share with you all, but I will have the link to my website at the bottom in the description, which also will have the videos on the site if you so choose to take a look at them. If you know anyone that is going through this, please have them watch videos or share my information with them if they feel like reaching out. Absolutely. Hopefully some things that I've shared with you all will help you to navigate or share some things with your friends or family or anyone that you know that may be experiencing this as well. One other quick thing. So I talked to quite a few people who are going through breast cancer. A lot of people in the beginning is kind of like they don't really know what they did, like it's their fault, right? So me personally, and I've heard the doctors say this as well, we all have the cancer gene in our bodies, right? So we have the cancer gene in our bodies. It's just a matter of not if they're going to be awakened. In some of my other videos, I talk about taking the genetic testing, the Encore testing, and I took another genetic testing also, the mutation test. And so all of my tests came back that it's not hereditary. Don't really know why I got it. It just happened. One thing. The other thing is we don't know if the cancer cells in our body are going to be awakened, and I think it's very immature for people to say certain things when you don't necessarily know. So if you know anybody that is kind of upset about their diagnosis or anything like that, just give them a minute, right? Because it took me a couple of months before I was actually able to actually deal with the fact that, okay, now what do I do? And then be able to actually talk about it too. So give them their space, but then make sure that you're really reassuring them that it's not their fault. And sometimes it's some sick and twisted people that you'd be surprised. But I was talking to a young lady, and she was very upset because she had pretty much been slammed about why she didn't catch it. So what I would say to people like that is, hey, don't even worry about the naysayers. Just let them think however they think, and that's fine. What helps me is, one, I keep my faith. Two, I try to educate myself. So if it's something that I don't know, I'm asking 50 million questions or I'm looking it up. Gratefully, I have a good team that doesn't get tired of me asking questions. And then two, keep the positive mindset, right? We need positive energy around us. If your energy is not going to be positive, don't bring it. So my motto, mind over matter, faith over everything. It is just that. Mind over matter, faith over everything. Take nothing for granted. Take advantage of your good days, and then listen to your body. So on the days that it's not so good, listen to your body. Chill out for a little bit. It'll be okay. So that's my time. Thank you all for tuning in. Please, again, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And then I will be doing another update maybe sometime next week after tomorrow's visit. So thank you all. Please continue to keep me and my family in your prayers, and we'll do the same for you. God bless.